Endow members of Parliament with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of their work, students may be well and truly served, and thy good purposes for the common human life shall be realized in our midst. Amen. All right. Our members, we are welcome to our last sitting for the academic year, that is the dissolution. You can see that we are all neatly dressed and we are all looking very, very beautiful and handsome. As you can see, I am the deputy speaker and I'm presiding over this sitting as the chair. The speaker has been occupied, so the speaker is occupied doing something, so at the right time he would come and assume his chair. Yes, please. So we would begin, but before we begin, I would like to say something. Okay, what I want to say is that as we address neatly today for our last sitting, let us also behave accordingly. Okay, and please, if you are speaking, let us always put at the back of our minds that when I came to first year here in Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, most of you were now doing rationalization of sets, please. In quotes, I just finished my exam. Okay, as a pharmacy student, I've been here for 6 years, so please accord me that needed respect. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so please, we would move straight away to the correction and acceptance of minutes, specifically the minutes of the last SOSA. All right, so we would begin from A. So section 1, before the commencement of public business. Okay. Section 2, after the commencement of public business. C. D. Honorable Bernard Busuma. Honorable Bernard, I can't hear you, so I don't know if you look for another microphone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would like to acknowledge your authority and thank you for stating that you are a pharmacy student from the College of Health Sciences, honorably led by myself. Thank you. It's good to see someone like you as the speaker for today. Yes, I am a proud man at such. Mr. Speaker, with regard to the D, the report was read by Honorable Sama Matthew. Following this, Honorable Asante Phyllis was permitted to read the Africa Hall report as it had been submitted late. I think we would make it a good point to note that it was stated by Honorable Sama McLean Matthew, because here it appears that it was done in a vague manner as to who permitted or who even stated that she's supposed to read it, because Honorable Sama McLean raised a point that they brought it late, so he would want her to give the submission. And then even before he ended, we had to cut him short. I think we will get to that part at E. But if the correction can be made that Honorable Sama Matthew stated that Honorable Phyllis should be allowed to read her report because it was brought late, it would be of great help to us. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Bernard Musumayeboa. The clerk will take note of it and correct it as such. E. All right, Honorable Bernard Musumayeboa.
Mr. Speaker, I think this particular order, this part is the bone of contention, and it does not just require only my input, but the input of all parliamentarians here, particularly those that were around yesterday. And I read, Honorable Yebua Bosuma Bernard raised a point of order, citing the standing orders. He requested an interpretation from the Speaker and noted that the last State of SRC address was not being streamed online, which should not be the case. He argued that students must be informed of the discussions and moved that the sitting be adjourned until it could be streamed. Note: decorum was not observed during this time. Mr. Speaker, I would like to state, it was quite unfortunate you couldn't come. I learned you were writing exams. Yes. With regard to the last State of SRC address not being streamed online, I think Madam Clerk forgot to point out that I also stated on record that the previous State of SRC address, prior to the last State of SRC address, was pulled down from YouTube. It was pulled down. So, as it stands now, students do not know the previous State of SRC address, what the SRC has done, the reports that we're supposed to give for them to know what we have done for our various constituencies. And the speaker, I don't know if the other speaker knows the reason. And it's quite unfortunate. I am happy members of the 16th Parliament are here. This should not happen during your time, that you don't have access to the State of SRC address, because your people are supposed to watch and also hold the SRC accountable. And to date, that particular sitting has been pulled from YouTube, which is very, 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 very bad, Mr. Speaker. Next, with regard to the transmission, it was not being streamed live. So apparently students did not know what was going on, and Honorable Sama Matthew was the one talking, and when he was talking about his good works, the excellent things that he has done for the good people of Unity Hall, as well as the other Hall caucus members, it wasn't being streamed. And the microphone too was not working. Yes. So the motion that we raised was that up until the live streaming is restored, we shouldn't move forward, because it makes what we are doing more or less a cost 90 work, because whatever we are saying here, students will not hear. The good people of HESA will not hear what their president has done for them. So we have to pause on that. And the last one was with regard to our quorum. I would like to state it emphatically that yesterday, Friday, the sitting was supposed to start at exactly 12 p.m. As at that time, members of parliament were here. A dedicated member of parliament like Honorable Sama Matthew McLean was here. Honorable Enam Gifty Aiti was also here. Quite a number of us were around. But the challenge was that for close to 4 hours, 30 minutes, the meeting had not yet started. We want to set some things clear so that it doesn't bring any form of issues. For close to 4 hours, 30 minutes, we had waited here so that we could hear the State of SRC address from our SRC president. No communication as to why there was a delay was given to us. And Mr. Speaker, you yourself were not present because you had exams. A lot of the members here also had exams, and some couldn't come. We reached the quorum initially, but because some members here had handing overs, there was a lot of pressure on us. This is what we are pleading. Going forward for the next parliamentary council, the right date and time should be set. Because of the issues concerning all these things, we couldn't, it wasn't bad on our side, but we couldn't allow the SOSA to go on because we had not reached a quorum. Some members left to go and do their handing overs because they were under a lot of pressure. So, Mr. Speaker, to get the record straight, I also want the clerk to, you see, when you say decorum was not observed during this time, it is vague. It is very misbelieving, Madam Clerk. Yes, a point of order was raised to bring the speaker, the then speaker, to order on some things that he was trying to force us to do. There was decorum, especially on the part of the parliamentarians here. I hope you understand, because we had not reached a quorum, but the then speaker was saying that even though we had not reached, he was saying there was a quorum, and then we did the calculations, and when we calculated, there wasn't a quorum because honorable members had waited for 4 hours 30 minutes, and Madam President was not here, so some left.
Bernard, I'm not interrupting you, but you are speaking to the chair, not the clerk.
Yes, please. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Yes, so the decorum was on our part. No decorum was on the part of the then speaker because, Mr. Speaker, one, he lied. The then speaker lied. Two, when we corrected him by doing the calculations to know that we had no quorum, he said that is not done in the SRC, in the Ghana Parliament. He said that sometimes you can find the Ghana Parliament empty with only a few MPs, but still they would continue with their business. That more or less goes against the statutes of the standing order that we are going by. And Honorable Fenyi Forson, a well-learned man in the things of constitution, a very wise man, he explained it to the understanding of the speaker. Yet the speaker was still trying to force us to have the SOSA. So, Mr. Speaker, all these things must be included here. Whoever is at fault must be noted down here so that there's a house of records so that the 16th Parliamentary Council will have access to it and be able to make sure that certain things are not done just by precedence, but by the right statutes of our standing orders. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate you for the opportunity given to me. Thank you for not interrupting me. You are a wise man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Because of you, I will behave honorably today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Bernard Musuma. Most of the things you said have been noted, and I would speak to some of them, actually. It's quite unfortunate that I wasn't here to witness whatever was going on. So some of the things I cannot comment on, but for some, at least I have some knowledge in relation to that. But before I proceed, I think I saw some incoming members of the 16th House and also visitors. Please, if you come to our house, please bow to the mace. It is very, very, very important. Bow to our mace, like Honorable Bernard Busuma is doing. Thank you very much. And Honorable Bernard, I would want you to be here to listen to this. So remain here. Yes. When you were speaking, I think there are some words you should select your words carefully because the other speaker is not appropriate. He is the main speaker. So you should address him as such. Thank you very much. And secondly, in relation to the YouTube stream of the 2nd SOSA, the reason why it was pulled down was because, if you could remember, when I was delivering my address as the deputy speaker, I brought in a song, I Was Here by Beyonce, due to copyright issues. In fact, I was informed earlier that I cannot do that. If I do that, eventually the YouTube stream would be pulled down by the people in here. And I told them that, oh, okay. So that came from my part. So it was pulled down because apparently you cannot do that. It's a copyright issue. So it wasn't because the SRC president or together with whoever, or because you were, it wasn't because of what you were saying. It was because of copyright issues. And that was done from my part. So I would want you to take note of that. Take note of that, yes. Because I was told before it even happened. So I ignored it. Thank you. And then, secondly, okay, I think in relation to when the last SOSA started, the timing and the one who was supposed to deliver the address coming in late and things like that. You know, one thing I would like all of us to note is that we are all human beings and there are human errors everywhere. In fact, I would like to use you yourself, Honorable Ben Abusmaibo, as an example. If you could recall, I came for your State of the SRC, State of SR address. It was scheduled for 12:30. You know the time you came. Yes, you came in very late. Yes, there was some form of communication, but it doesn't erase the fact that you came in very late. Yes, exactly. That was the same. I wasn't here for the last SOSA, but yes, I can establish that someone was late. But being a victim of this situation, I entreat you to be considerate. It happens. And you were even a culprit in such a situation, aside the communication aspect. Thank you very much. So because communication wasn't given, that one is clarified. You were a culprit. And so please, I would like you to take note of that. And please, there's no 16th house yet. When you're speaking, say 16th house, please, there's no 16th house. I just wanted to clarify that for you. Thank you very much. And the other corrections will be noted by the clerk. Okay. So I would like to proceed. Okay. F. My very own Honorable Feni Fossen.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable. Madam Clerk, I want you to note this down. Honorable Feni Fossen pointed out that the quorum had not been reached, referencing the standing orders. Please, I raised a point of order, and I stated the order. The order was not stated here. And the way you have wrote the whole sentence, I'm not happy with it at all. Because you are saying, note, the quorum was not observed during this time. And everything that I did was done ethically. If you remember, I raised the point of order, stated an order, which is from the order book. And I asked the speaker a question, he gave me an answer. Everything I did was on. If I was out of order, the speaker would have walked me out of the house. So if you are saying decorum is not observed, then please, I would want you to take it from that sentence. You see, it's in the sentence with me. I don't want that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Fossen. And Madam Clerk, please, if an honorable member is on the floor, you are not allowed to speak. Okay? So kindly take note of that going into the 16th house. Thank you very much. G. My Koko said, Honorable Musa Abudamba.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I can remember clearly that I raised on a point of information, and then I spoke to the Speaker. I recommended to the Speaker that we should adjoin the SOSA and merge it with the dissolution. But it is not here. I don't see why, Madam Clerk, okay, Mr. Speaker, tell Madam Clerk that she shouldn't be omitting important recommendations like mine on that part. I think my recommendation was accepted by most honorable members present. And moreover, when I look at our beautiful clerk, her work the last time was not beautiful. It reminds me of the our favorite phrase. For each paragraph, one for each. She summarizes a lot. Put the details as the BBY was saying. The summarization is too much. Thank you very much.
Honorable Abu Damba Musa. I would like to actually, this one is an apology, okay? Because when I received the minute myself, in fact, I wasn't here, but when I saw it, I saw that no, in fact, some things were not included. But Madam Clark told me that yes, on that day, a lot of things went on, and it prevented her from including some details. So for today, I should pardon her and also apologize on behalf of her, okay, to the honorable members. Honorable members. In fact, she told me, I even asked her, yes, to the honorable members. So please, I'm apologizing. And she said that she would include it in the records of the house. In fact, she will correct the minutes. But she's the clerk. She will be the clerk for the next house. So she would bring it there. And if you want to see it too, it will be sent to us, in fact, to our WhatsApp page or any other place. So, our members, please, I hope the apology is duly accepted. Thank you. G.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So, when you were talking, if my memory serves me right, you said I should refer to him as the main speaker henceforth. Okay, sure. Mr. Speaker, I have a feeling that today you are going to officiate this sitting from the beginning to the end. And personally, I think it's a good thing, because when people like you are here, it really helps. So, Mr. Speaker, I want it to be included that the main speaker during our last sitting stated, particularly to the GAMSU members, that it is quite unfortunate that honorable members did not come for the sitting for a quorum to be met. Please, I want it to be stated. And when he said that, I rightfully corrected him that as he is stating that he should also add the reason, because sometimes when something happens, the reason can really justify the action. So if she could state that correction I gave the main speaker, that it was due to the delay. We were here for a lot of hours, and unfortunately, the time that the sitting was supposed to start was not favorable to us, and our highly esteemed Madam President too did not come early. So if she could do that correction, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Please, I would want to ask if we have any pending minutes that were not accepted before we move out of this house. Because today is our last sitting. If we do not correct previous minutes, it means that all of those minutes were not accepted and they should not be in our archives. Right? So, do we have any pending minutes?
Okay. Honorable Forson, I think I was moving to that because we had corrected these minutes, and the verdict on today's minutes, after the verdict on today's minutes, we would move to any other minutes that hasn't been corrected or things like that. So let us work on. So I was coming to ask you, so you putting as a question is quite not appropriate, because I was coming to ask you, because you would know the minutes you did not approve. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. But if you don't have that information, it means, they say silence means consent. So if you don't have that information, it means you can proceed. Yes. So in relation to today's minutes, so we've made some corrections. So all those in favor that today's minutes be accepted as a true reflection of proceedings, please say aye. I repeat. All those who are in favor that today's minutes be accepted as a true reflection of proceedings, please say aye. Okay. All those who are in favor that the minutes of the last SOSA not be accepted as a true reflection of proceedings, please say nay.
Nay.
Okay, so the nays have it. In fact, this house has become a house of no accepting minutes. I don't know why. Yes. So, Madam Clerk. So, the members, I don't know whether they have a personal issue with you. They don't like to accept your minutes. I'm also a member. Every day I say I, but their nays overshadow my I. Sorry. Okay, so please, in relation to those minutes, I don't know if you have any issue. If you have any of such minutes, you tell me the minutes, the sitting and the minutes. What correction? Just let me know. You come with the information. But that would be very, very, very chaotic and long. So please pardon with me. We don't have time. Okay. After this, we would have inauguration too as well. Okay. Yes. Oh, my Coco said, "What are you doing to me like that?" Okay, sure.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. I will respectfully ask you to withdraw your statement of saying that this house has become a house of no accepting minutes. How do you expect her to accept a minute like the previous minute?
Yes, retract.
So please, respectfully, retract your statement. Thank you very much.
You have a point, but what I said that it seems, I don't know whether you didn't hear that part. I didn't say the house has become. I'm saying it seems, it looks like. There's a difference between a simile and a metaphor. I don't know whether I should do that figure of speech here. So it looks like we are becoming a house which doesn't accept minutes. I didn't say we don't accept minutes. So please, that's the clarification. Thank you very much. So honorable members, think we are done with the correction of minutes, and we will go for a recess and then come back shortly, a 5 minutes recess. So thank you very much. Hello. Hello.
Honorable members, you may resume your seat. Honorable members, thank you very much for coming back into the chamber after the short suspension of the House. In fact, I gracefully welcome you back into the chamber. Yes, this is how far the Lord has brought us. From day one, God has been with us. So today, the final day of the 15th House. Yeah, so thank you very much, honorable members. In fact, I was very much engaged with some activities somewhere. That was why I was not in the chamber. But then I was watching. Yes, I watched the correction of minutes, and I heard all that the honorable members said. Yes, it's normal. It's normal. Yes, it's normal. Yes. Thank you very much, honorable members. We don't have much time, so I zoom on to the next item on our other paper. But before that, I would like to say a very big welcome and congratulations to our honorable members who are yet to be inaugurated into the 16th House. In fact, there is nothing more interesting than being a member of this House. Student activism is inside here. This is the epicenter of democracy here in KNUST. So if you find yourself here as a member, in fact, it's one of the best things that will happen to you as far as your life as a student leader here on campus is concerned. So once again, I say congratulations on winning your elections, which legitimizes you to be a member of this House. Thank you very much. Honorable members, let's move on to the next item on our other paper, and that is after the commencement of public business. We are to take reports or comments from our various caucus heads. Short addresses. Please, this is not a SOSA report. It's not a report about what you have done in your various constituencies. This is just passing a comment or giving a short report as far as this House is concerned. Yeah, so thank you very much. I begin from my honorable members from the Hall Caucus. I begin with Hall Caucus because you are my very good friends. My very good friends. So I want to begin with you. So, Honorable Fosu Janefrem.
Today is the last day. Today is the last day. Every time here, we have to.
You see, I love them so much. Yes, so. Okay, so anyways, if you are not ready, I start from. Oh, why are we running away from giving reports?
Because you can start from, please, we can all reach a consensus that you can start from us. Then you go here, then you come here. The whole caucus should be last. Yes. The whole caucus should be last because for far too long they have been victimized when it comes to giving their report. Yes, they have been victimized.
Okay, so yes, so he who wants to speak will speak first. So, Honorable Enawaite Gifty, give us your report.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know why I'm
make it very brief.
Being treated unfairly in this situation. No. Originally, you are supposed to move left, Mr. Left. Yes, to this side or this to this side. You can't be skipping the middle and move to another side. So please, kindly, start from Honorable Abu Damba, since he started the last time, and I didn't even get to speak the last time. Thank you.
Honorable members, I don't know, are we running away from giving comments? We don't, please, we don't have time. Time is fast spent. Honorable members. Yes, Honorable Abu Damba, please kindly be on your feet and then give us your comment.
Hey, Honorable, wait.
Yes, Honorable Peter.
Mr. Speaker, I remember the last time. All right, sure. I remember the last time we had a report to make. The whole caucus refused to start, and we were the very first people to start. And this is the same thing that's going on right now. So I don't know if this is something that you see as well. If you appoint the particular caucus to start, they will have to start. You're the head of this house. So the more we keep on rolling, we will also push it back. So please, let them start, and we'll come back later. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Peter, for your comments. Yes. Honorable Jan, it's your turn. Please make the report very brief. Make it very brief.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable. Due to one or two personal issues, I would like to call on my deputy caucus head to give the address. Honorable Bright Samoyao, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. My caucus head, the best caucus head in this 15th House. And also, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Okay, so let me begin with this. The whole caucus head within this 15th House has been the most disciplined caucus within this House. Please, I need your attention. Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, have I been given the opportunity?
Do you want him to speak or you want to go ahead?
Mr. Speaker, I want to talk
Please,
about...
please.
Yes, please.
Honorable.
I want to clarify something. Do we have the opportunity to let a representative from the caucus speak on our behalf? Then directly, Honorable Bright Amoyao, please speak on my behalf.
Okay, thank you very much. But Deputy Speaker, note that this is something internal. Okay, so when you mean the Deputy Caucus said, don't be worried about it. Thank you very much. Okay, so the whole caucus within this 15th House has been the most disciplined caucus within this academic year, and it has been proven. We have been punctual, regular to sittings, and also we are the caucus who normally participate in most of the parliamentary activities. Which Deputy Speaker and Speaker, you can attest to this. Yes, it is very true. It is very true. It is very true. No, I'm coming. It is very true. Okay, so God being so good, this academic year has been very stressful. And it is from this 15th House and from this particular caucus, with the support of the SRC Executive Council, local Nooks Rep, yourself, which we all wrote a petition to the University Council to restore JCRC so that we can have our elections this year. And also, we brought back at least Student Week celebration. This is a plus to the caucus and all individuals who helped in achieving this. Okay, so the whole caucus this year has been the caucus with the most programs and projects done within this academic year. Yes, the caucus with the most programs and projects being done within this academic year. We can prove to you, Honorable Quentin, we can prove to you. We can prove to you. When it comes to Republic Hall, my hall, okay, please, I'm coming, I'm not done. Before I proceed, let me use this opportunity to thank and then appreciate Walinam Kekeli. She has been very instrumental to this caucus, and she fought a good fight in the, okay, she was the General Secretary to Honorable Fosujan. She's no more the Secretary again, okay, but she contributed positively to this caucus. And I'm stating it again, this caucus has been the caucus with the most programs and projects within this academic year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Bright Amoyao, for your very brief comments. Please. Thank you very much. In fact, I won't dispute that fact that the whole caucus has been very, very, very supportive to the activities of this council. In fact, those programs we organized as a house, they had the majority in attendance. So I will personally applaud you for the wonderful work you have done. And I hope God will reward you judiciously for doing a good job. Honorable members, please order. Order.
Today, 2 4.
Honorable Ransford, please order.
Even today.
Please, on what order are you standing?
Mr. Speaker, it's not a point of order, but I would want you to retract what you just said, because it is not true. Since we are a house of records, we have to dispute falsehood, and we should state facts. This is not true. It has not happened anywhere. Look at today. We have like 8 people on the non-residential caucus talking about activities in this house. Talking about activities in this house. You have not participated more than anyone here. When have you had more people than us?
Please,
in anywhere, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member, please, I've heard you. Please,
Mr. Speaker,
I've heard you.
Mr. Speaker. Oh, Mr. Speaker, today is the last time I'll be speaking like this.
Honorable, please, I've heard you.
Mr. Speaker, can I go on?
Thank you very much. Let me say this.
Carry your chair.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
But Mr. Speaker, please do retract your statement.
My order in the house. Order. My statement is not retractable. I said, please listen to me. I said activities of the council and not necessarily sittings. Activities. Some activities of the council. So please, and I can give you examples. When we had the Shattered Cat campaign, they were those with the majority.
Point of order.
So please, if I am saying that they have been very supportive, I'm not
Mr.
saying
Speaker, sorry.
sittings only.
Yes.
They have done well. Whole caucus. Honorable members, please order. So you deserve your applause. Honorable members, the whole caucus, you have done well. You deserve your applause. Thank you very much. Yes, I've observed something in the house. I think some honorable members are naked. Okay, yes, Honorable Fosu Jan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Please, respectfully, I am Emmanuel Fosu, not Fosu Jan. Thank you. So, order number 34. Order number 35, rather. No member shall interrupt any member except by raising to a point of order. So if a member is on the floor and speaking, no other member should interrupt. Respectfully, during the time that my very good friend, Honorable Penny Kokuposin, was on the floor and speaking, we had our colleagues from the Hall Caucus interrupting. So please, Mr. Speaker, let us obey the orders. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, order. Yes, so as he rightly said, please, if someone is on the floor, you don't interrupt. You wait for the person to sit before you stand if you want to make a point. So please, let's maintain decorum inside here. Thank you very much for listening. So I was saying that we have someone here naked. We have an honorable member naked. So I want to No. Why are you naked? Honorable member. Honorable Retina Ohini Kwame, you are naked. College of Science. Yes, honorable member. Why are you naked? Honorable member.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It was quite unfortunate. I was a bit in a haste to come for this sitting, so I even just ordered for my tie, and then I'll note it at the appropriate time. Thank you so much.
Okay, honorable member. So kindly walk out and then cover your nakedness and come inside. Thank you. Yes, I move on to the next caucus head to give us her submission. Honorable Enamaite Gifty, the floor is yours.
Thank you much. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It's not my fault. The whole caucus has said a lot of lies that I don't even know what to say to them. They being the second caucus with the most number of people in parliament, you can count their number and count the college caucus with the least number of people. We have 12 representatives from all 6 colleges. But we are even more than them today. You are counting. I've already counted. I've done my math. Yes, we are 8 and you are 7, even though you are 14 and we are 12. You are 14. They swore them in, so they are part of you. Thank you. So, coming from the college caucus, we know it has been very difficult from the onset, and we've had a lot of improvements. Even today, you can see that the college caucus has been very humble, even though you worked honorable written rights out. It hasn't even gotten to 2 minutes. He's back with a very neat tie on his neck. So today is the last day. So I'm pleading with you, Mr. Speaker. I want to give Honorable BBOI the opportunity to... No, but Mr. Speaker, if you don't allow me to give him the chance, you literally allowed it here. So it will be very biased if you do not. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Inaugration Gifty, you've exhausted your time. So you've exhausted your time. So the time was given to you.
Mr. Speaker, we can't do this on this day. Don't let this happen.
So, honorable members, Honorable BY will speak. You will speak during AOCB time. But please, right now.
Mr. Speaker, it's about addressing the whole college caucus. So we can't do it during OACB. Yes.
So, honorable member, I am.
Mr. Speaker, they spent more than, see, they were bickering and you were quiet. Yes. You were Mr. Speaker, why are you being unfair to us? Why? Tell us why.
Please, I'm not unfair to you.
Mr. Speaker, you are being unfair.
So please, you have 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to state unequivocally that the college caucus is the best caucus here. In terms of the programs we have done and the projects, we are building a reading area. I am building a reading area for my constituency. And I would like to also even state that a college caucus member was recently awarded the best parliamentarian of the year and also awarded the most influential student of the year by the local Nooks KNUST, which happens to be myself. I won it, and I won it not just for my people, but for this caucus as well. In terms of advocacy, the college caucus stands tall. Yes, and in terms of awards, achievements, we stand tall amongst everyone here. Mr. Speaker, you know how instrumental people in this caucus have been, even to the progress of this particular parliamentary council. So, Mr. Speaker, I would like to state on record that as we are about dissolving our parliament, just take a look around, Mr. Speaker. The members of the UNRC and the whole caucus, they are all under us. They are all in the college caucus. The right and the deputy speaker is a member of the College of Health Sciences, an excellent parliamentarian from my college. All these people. So, Mr. Speaker, as I end, I would like to state that the college caucus in its report is not happy about a particular issue. I think last time you told us that you'd give us information about the awards by the close of the day, which, Mr. Speaker, please, which you rightfully did, but it was during another time. Our challenge was that I had a thorough discussion with Honorable Obuobi, and he said he was handling the dinner part. For the awards, Mr. Speaker, is tonight. If you can take a critical look at how local Nooks does its own, okay, it really helps and creates transparency. I would like to commend Honorable Kasim Sadat, who is a medical student and is in the College of Health Sciences led by myself, for a good work. Mr. Speaker, we are begging you. This one, we are begging you. We don't want it to be as if you are using your veto power to distribute the awards. We are pleading that you let members have a say. And I know an honorable member here wants to correct me. Please, I have been corrected. I agree to whatever you are saying. For the sake of time, let's move on. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member. Honorable, this shouldn't have been the time to talk about the awards. It's a very wrong time. Right, thank you. We move on to no. Okay, so Honorable Written Right is signaling me that he's back. Welcome back into the chamber. Yes, we are grateful to see you with a necktie. Yes, so my honorable member from the non-rec caucus, the whole caucus, the non-rec caucus leader. For those who don't know, he's my brother and my very good friend. So,
thank you very much. The finger of God. May you live long, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my colleagues, members from the various caucuses have said a lot. Most of them are true, based on facts. But then, I'll not start there. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, honorable members, soon to be members of Parliament, it is with deep gratitude and a sense of fulfillment and a singular honor for me that I stand here to deliver my last address as the caucus head for the non-residential caucus. My colleagues, caucus members, thank you very much for believing in me and choosing me to lead the affairs of this caucus and to serve as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, this caucus began as a group of determined individuals. Each member of Parliament with unique challenges, but we are united on one vision and one goal, and that is to ensure that every student is heard, every student is empowered, and every student is supported. And this group of determined individuals from various backgrounds will transform into a powerful force advocating for student needs. So many examples. Honorable Atkinson, Honorable Forson, we can count them. And as we stand here today, we are not just celebrating an end, but we are celebrating a change that began a year ago. Mr. Speaker, this journey has actually transformed our experiences here in Kenya University campus. It has built the confidence of so many people. It has exposed so many of us. Not to talk more, Mr. Speaker, the non-residential purpose based on facts and records and achievement is the best purpose of this 15th Parliament. I'll back my claim with facts, data. Mr. Speaker, we can all attest to the fact that the just ended VC Awards. 5 members from the non-residential caucus was awarded by the VC based on merits. When my colleague BBY was talking about Nooks election, we had VC recognized Honorable Forson as the best parliamentarian. VC versus Nooks. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, when it comes to decorum and presentations on Parliament, the non-residential caucus members are the ideal members of Parliament. Honorable BB was talking about projects and programs. ISA and GRASAC programs alone can outweigh the Hall and College caucus combined. ISA and GRASAC alone. And with projects, Honorable BB said he's building a sitting area. I'm building 2. Obuasi campus has already built 1. GRASAC has built 1. BBY also claimed, Mr. Speaker, that all UNRC members are under their colleges. We understand. But the UNRC and the non-residential caucus will also provide accommodation for them to sleep. To close on the college caucus, BBY, I'm privileged, or I'm happy that you are an ideal student, and in that fact, you are also under me. Mr. Speaker, to conclude, I'll read a short note that I have here. As I reflect how far we have come, I'm filled with hope and confidence for the future of the non-residential caucus. To our incoming members, know that you are the torchbearers of legacy built on resilience, innovation, and a steadfast commitment to the welfare of the non-residential students. The challenges we face may be different, but the spirit that has driven us forward remains your greatest ally. Continue to fight for the cause of these constituencies and continue to build on the foundation that was laid, and let your passion lead you to even greater achievement. The journey ahead is bright, and I have no doubt that you will lead this caucus to a new height. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much. Honorable Idrisu Abu Musa Damba, my brother. Yes, sir. With regards to awards, I would like to commend seriously and then with a genuine heart the non-caucus members for bagging almost all the awards during the Vice Chancellor's Excellence Awards. It wasn't done by voting. The VC's awards wasn't done by voting. They bagged it by merit. So, honorable members, thank you very much. You have been very hardworking, and I really the wonderful work you've done, and I hope that posterity will bless all of you when we leave the walls of KN University. Thank you so much. I would also like to call on my very able deputy speaker to give his comments.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I really observe our protocols. Yes, you was all members that voted for me as the deputy speaker, so I'm a parliamentarian, please. Yes. Almost all. I was the university hall. I'm a fellow. I am from the College of Health Sciences, and I am from the non-residential caucus. Yes. So I am everywhere. Thank you very much. And I'm from UNRC too. Yes, so I'm from everywhere. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I wouldn't talk much. I think it has been a year that has been shorter. I remember I stood here for the very first time. I solicited for the votes of members of parliament, and when I was giving my speech, what I said was that I work in the interest of students, represent the interest of students and also honorable members and everyone. And I think from our own observations, we can attest to the fact that I have done that, and we can all state that. And one other thing I would also like to talk about is just an advice to the incoming honorable members. I don't have much to say. All that I will say, I told you this earlier during the orientation, is that please put personal interest aside. Work objectively as much as possible, collectively, to achieve your aims. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
I see the other house members don't do the protocol in the house. It's only them who are recording here.
SRC Parliament. My incoming honorable members yet to be inaugurated into this very renowned chamber. Our friends from the media and all invited guests present, good evening. Good evening. Why are we hungry? Don't worry, you'll be sorted. Yes, I am very, very much grateful to stand before you today to give my farewell message to the 15th Src Parliamentary Council and to the student populace of KNUST. In fact, on the 27th of August, 2023, I was appointed as the Speaker nominee for the 15th Src Parliamentary Council. And in fact, that was the day of, a day before the dissolution of the 14th Parliament. And on the 28th of August, I was sworn into office as the Speaker of the 15th Src Parliamentary Council. And this was the finger of God. The finger of God. And I will say, Ebenezer, this is how far the Lord has brought us. This is how far the Lord has been with us. This is how far the Lord has helped us. Honorable members, along the line we encountered so many challenges, which is normal as far as leadership journey is concerned. We encountered a series of issues, have had our share of the story. All of us have had our share of the issues that leadership brings on board. Honorable members, through all this while, we never gave up. We pushed through to the end. As John C. Maxwell once said, that is the optimist that complains about the tides. The optimist folds his arms and look at the tides, but leaders adjust to the sails, or leaders adjust sailing. And that's what we have done. Over the years, over the period, this 8 months period, we have adjusted our sails as student leaders. And by the grace of God, we are here today as a successful parliamentary council. Honorable members, ladies and gentlemen, we have, by the grace of God, passed some bills which will go a long way to help the students of KNUST. We have worked on the cadet dues allocation bill, which is to give the cadet the front line to get more funds to expand their scope of development as far as campus is concerned. We have also passed the NUCS dues increment bill, which also is to give the NUCS more funds to increase their developmental projects here on campus. And all this is because we have the numbers in KNUST kept on increasing. And if the numbers kept on increasing and the funds that will be available to work is constant, you will actually not see the developments that we want. So we were able to pass that bill. And again, we've passed the Tech TV Focus FM nationwide broadcasting bill, which will make the Tech TV or Focus FM a nationwide television station. Some of us might not be aware of this. We will have to publicize those bills we have passed so that everyone will have privy to that. The Tech TV Focus FM bill will make sure that Tech TV becomes a nationwide television station. For that matter, you will have your mom and your dad sit in the house in the comfort of their homes and watch all the activities that are happening on campus. So, to my incoming honorable members, your activities will be broadcasted live on a nationwide television station, which your people at home will see the good work we are doing. And this we have passed, and it's our legacy. So I would like to say congratulations to the 15th SRC Parliamentary Council for passing such a great bill. Also, the recommendations of the SRC Final Year Project Support Fund Bill has been duly accepted by the Parliamentary Council. And then the recommendations will be adopted, and then we see the way forward. Honorable members, this is what we have worked on. And that notwithstanding, we have worked on, after we have worked on these bills, we have also embarked on some projects. we have embarked on some programs and activities that will go a long way to support students, and also that went a long way to support the council. And the activities are, we organized a 3-day parliamentary retreat. A 3-day parliamentary retreat at the Grassa Conference Room in the month of February. And then these retreats equipped members who were present to know more about parliamentary rudiments and how to navigate their way through Parliament. We've also organized, or we also embarked on a 3-day retreat to the central region of Ghana, that's Moray. We went to Moray, found around Cape Coast, to have a 3-day retreat there again. That was during the vacation. And in fact, it was full of fun and then learning. We learned a lot, and then we also had fun. But the primary reason why we went there was to equip members more about parliamentary rudiments. And then we had our guest speaker from University of Cape Coast come to speak to us. And we're very much privileged to have her give us her blessings. Honorable members, all these successes wouldn't have been achieved if I do not had, or I didn't get the support of people. It is once said that, or it was said by someone, one of the renowned spokesperson, that if you see someone higher above the skies, he is standing on the shoulders of giants. In fact, I stood on the shoulders of some renowned people to fight this cause through to this end. And then I would like to acknowledge our very own father, the Director of Student Affairs, Prof. Wilson Ejare, for his tremendous support that he has given to the 15th Parliamentary Council and then the students' leaders at large. In fact, he has been a beacon of hope and a beacon of wisdom that we draw from always when we have issues. In fact, he has been a motivation to us. There will be times that we grow weary. There will be times that I don't know what to do, but he'll give me advice. He'll give me guidance, and that will push me through. I remember one of the incidents that happened. I was there, and then I got a call from him. He asked me, Mr. Speaker, is everything all right? I said, yes, Daddy, everything is okay. He said, are you sure everything is okay on campus? I said, yes, well, but we've seen some 1 or 2 happenings on campus, but aside that, everything is okay. He said he does not feel campus is safe. And for that matter, I should come to the office as soon as possible so that we discuss the way forward. I went and I had a discussion with him, and he told me to form a 6-member committee. And I would like to acknowledge those members here. He gave us a name, the KNUST 6 eminent leaders. And I would like to acknowledge some of them here, Honorable Forson, and then your court, which I was the chair. Thank you very much for your support. You have been very, very instrumental to this cause. After we met, I brought the committee up. We brought the various parties involved, and then by the grace of God, the issue was trashed down. So the Director of Student Affairs listened, or he sees things and thinks about things before we even think about them. So I would like to say, Director, thank you very much. Wherever you are, I really appreciate your guidance that you have given to the Parliamentary Council. I would like to also thank the Deputy Director, Professor Kwesi Champon, Enin, In fact, he has also been very instrumental, and he has been to our programs, some of our programs that we organized. He came and he gave us words of hope, words of advice, and the insight to student leadership. I will say thank you to our Deputy Director, Professor Kwesi Champon Enen. And I would like to also thank our very own Auntie Chidora. We mostly call her Auntie Tio. She has been seriously supportive. She has been tremendously supportive to this cause. There were times that I went to her office and she prayed for me. And that's the extent to which she has supported this council. So, Auntie Tio, Auntie Theodora Oduro, wherever you are, I say thank you so much for your support. In fact, we will never forget what you've done for us. I would like to also thank the Deputy Registrar, Dr. Pro Ado. He has been supportive, very, very supportive as well. I remember when we were drafting the petition to council, he guided us as to how to do it. All the things we needed to do. So I say thank you so much. The Parliamentary Council is very much grateful for your support. The student leaders in K University are very much grateful for the support of Dr. Pro Ado. I would like to also thank our very own friend, Senior Assistant Registrar at DOSA, Senior Assistant Administrator at DOSA, Mr. Fosu Kobina. He has been extremely helpful to the council. We go there sometimes and there is a long queue of students wanting to see the director. But sometimes he helps us to skip protocols to see the director because of the urgency of the issues we have at hand. So thank you very much, Mr. Kobina Fosu, Senior Administrative Assistant at DOSA, for your wonderful work you've done for us. And I also like to extend my thanks to Miss Dinah Tete. She's also a Senior Administrative Assistant at DOSA. She has also been wonderfully supportive to this cause. And to my very own leadership of the House, my very own Deputy Speaker, Honorable Richard Obobiakoto, a final year or a graduate of pharmacy. In fact, I am deeply grateful for all the support you have given me. In fact, if you are not supported, we wouldn't have been where we are today. But thank you so much for all the support. My caucus heads, Honorable Fosujan Ephraim, I'm very much grateful. Honorable Enamaite Gifty, thank you. Though there were issues, but thank you. My very own brother and friend, Honorable Idris Abu Musa Damba, thank you so much for standing by me and fighting through to this cause. I'm very much grateful. And to my very own brothers and sisters, the Marshal of the House, Marshal, thank you so much for all the support. There were times he had to go the extra mile just to make sure that the activities of this council go through. Marshal, thank you so much. And my most beautiful clerk, Miss Morena Amwa, thank you so much for being supportive. And not forgetting our former clerk, the immediate past clerk, Miss Mabel Encho. In fact, she was extremely helpful to this council, and to me in particular. So I would like to say thank you so much, Miss Encho Afenye, wherever you are. Honorable members, I can't thank people without thanking the SRC President, Her Excellency Miss Yvonne Osei Adobia. It's She is the one that gave me this opportunity to be here as a speaker and handing over my boots to the next house. I thank you so much, Madam President. Wherever you are, I say thank you for giving me the opportunity. For giving me the opportunity to serve as a speaker in this prestigious institution. I would like to also thank my judicial chairperson, the judicial chair for SRC. There were times I couldn't sleep. He was the one I could call because he was the one that was needed at that moment. I called him and we spoke, and the problem was solved. There were times I went in and I didn't know where to lay my head because of the issues at hand. I called him. He was also going through the same issue, but we encouraged ourselves. Like how David said in the Bible that, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. We encourage ourselves in student leadership. And this is how far the Lord has brought us. I would like to say thank you to KNUST for giving me this opportunity to serve as a 15th speaker. I have not taken the opportunity for granted at all. And I hope posterity will judge us all. To my honorable members from yet to be inaugurated, in fact, campaign is different from leadership. It's a totally different ballgame altogether. Managing an administration is difficult more than campaigning to win elections. So if you have some high expectations, you have to be careful. You have to be careful and minimize the expectations. If not, you might be disappointed. What I would say is that you came and met KNUST. You would go and leave KNUST. Do the best you can do. And what you cannot do, leave it. Do the best you can do. I'm not actually endorsing laziness. No, that's not what I'm saying. Be proactive as a student leader. Do the best you can. And let history remember you. But then what you cannot do, leave it to God. And you'll be fine. Work together as a team. You have just one year to stay in office. Use this period to build bridges among yourselves and not wars. Ask yourself, after that 1 year, what next? What next after 1 year? Now, we are leaving office. What's next? If you spend the time chasing after one another, fighting one another, what will be the outcome after 1 year? So please work together as a team, and you will get a successful parliamentary council. And to my outgoing house, my beloved 15 parliamentary council members. In fact, it's been wonderful working with you. If it had not been God, probably I wouldn't have met you. And the kind of bond we've had, though you see us have quarrels over here, but back door, that's not how it is. We eat together, we talk together, and we even help each other to get girlfriends. So if you see what you see on camera is actually not what is on ground. That's politics. And that's the beauty of democracy. So my honorable members, I'm very much grateful for working with you. I see so many proactive leaders in the future. You might occupy positions in the near future where we'll meet at the table of greatness one day. Let us work together. And the image of KNUST as we live as alumni of KNUST, and for that matter, former student leaders, let us maintain the standard. Please, let us not go out there and then destroy the legacy. Let us maintain the standard of KNUST. If we go out there and we cannot improve the standard, please let's maintain it. Let's not degrade it. And I hope we all do well out there. Thank you very much, honorable members,
for this opportunity to serve you as the 15th Speaker of the SRC Parliamentary Council. I am very much grateful. I am very much grateful. And I will not forget this opportunity that Ken West has given us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, from your wonderful speech, which I really did enjoy, I think there are some corrections that has to be made. The House has passed 2 bills, but you've worked on a lot of them. Per the records, and I've actually gone through all the minutes, I don't see any record of us passing most of the bills you said you have passed. We've passed only the Nooks bill. Okay, so we've passed only the Nooks bill and the cadet dues. Those are the only 2 bills we've passed. So from the sittings, I've gone through all the minutes, the ones that we accepted and the ones that we rejected, and we've passed only 2 bills. So if the House would agree that the committee's report on the bills is acceptable, we can go ahead and have a vote, so that we pass the ones that we have accepted, and the ones that we don't, we leave it for the next House or the incoming House to continue, because we should state facts here, and we should try to set a great example so that posterity would indeed judge us all. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, point of information. If you can go through, I think it's the 14th sitting. I've gone through the 14th sitting, so I'm reading it to you. If you read the first section, the second section, and I'm coming, the third section, you can go through all, even the AOCB. The last thing that we spoke about before AOCB was a submission made by Honorable Written Right, and he suggested that the recommendations should be sent to the committee members so that the changes will be made promptly. If you read it, I think AN, I can read it. Honorable Ohene suggested that since time is of the essence, the Speaker should announce the committee members so that any recommendations can be made promptly. That was the last thing we spoke about. So no bill was passed. So yeah, if you go through the whole minute, no bill was passed. So we actually made recommendations, and the recommendations are supposed to be sent to the committee. So yes, we did agree with the recommendations, but the bill itself was not passed. There was no form of voting, no voice acclamation, nothing of that sort. So if we can actually work on that right now, I think then we are good to go.
Mr. Speaker, I think I was lost, but I have gotten some clarifications in relation to what is going on. Or on that day, I chaired the sitting. Yes. So I think, yes, what happened was that before the approvals, some suggestions were made. And then what I said at the last meeting, I don't know whether the clerk didn't record, what I said was that if all these recommendations are met, should the bills be approved? We voted on that day. So the recommendations are in the minutes. So all that we need to do is that the approval of the bill, when we are approving the bill, like the bill, we put these things in and we approve. So we've approved it together with whatever was in there. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, so it is in the bill. I don't know. Yes, it is in the bill, the Tech TV bill. Okay, so the Tech TV bill was approved on that day. Now, in relation to the other bills, in particularly the project work support fund or project work fund. The bill was put on the page. Yes, I don't know whether we didn't see it, but in fact, everyone saw it. We were given the opportunity to vote on it. Now, 3 people voted in favor, nobody voted against. Yes, to approve the recommendation. Listen. Yes, so acceptance. So 3 people voted to accept it. Nobody voted against. Please, don't interrupt me. So if you are in the house right now, and then speaker says that, okay, this is the bill, we are voting. So all those in favor, raise up your hand. And 3 people raise up their hands. And all those not in favor, raise up your hand. And nobody raises their hand. Are you telling me that the bill is not approved? It is approved. Because you not voting does not mean, listen. You voting does not mean that you voted against it. If you did not vote, it is different from voting against it. Because people actually voted for the thing. So, based on that, today, that bill has been approved. Yes. 300. No, it is. Thank you very much. So, the bills that have been approved, it is part of it. Because you saw the bill, you didn't partake in the voting. Please listen to me. Yes. I am on the floor. Mr. Speaker, can I continue? Yes, thank you. Like these general elections, Bantima constituency, go and vote. You didn't go and vote. Only 4 people went to vote, and they voted, and you didn't vote. What do you mean? So please, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Based on this, it is approved. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, raise a point of correction. As I said, it was a point of correction. And the correction I wanted to state, I was actually present at that sitting. I remember voting on the bill, but since this is a house of records, if you vote on a bill and it's not in the minutes and it has been accepted, then it means that what are we even doing here? Because this minutes have been accepted, and if anyone is to go through the minutes, the person will be asking us, when did we accept the bill? That is what I was trying to address here. That it was not captured in the minutes, yet the minutes have been accepted. That is very wrong. And secondly, I think from what you said, I agree with you on some part. But the part I do not agree with you on is that when you give us an option, that should I kill you or should I maim you, which one do you expect me to choose? You gave me yes or no. You didn't give me a position where I can abstain on the platform. So even that statistically is not correct. You have to give me the chance for me to also abstain. Because you are saying that I did not choose to vote is abstinence, I will not agree with you. And we don't even make official on WhatsApp platforms like that. So how would future houses know that it was put on a platform, on our WhatsApp platform, and we accepted it? There is no form of record on that. So when we are doing the right thing, we should go in that trajectory, rather than trying to subvert and Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Order number 55, sub-order 9, states, where a resolution bill which considered under clause 8 of the article is passed by Parliamentary Council must be supported by votes not less than 2/3 of all members. The President shall assent to it within 7 days after passing of the resolution. Mr. Speaker, I was part of those who voted, the 3 members. But then, according to the standing orders, it's not up to 2/3 of the House. And secondly, it has not been it has not been passed. So therefore, I will recommend you that, Mr. Speaker, you should go according to our standing orders. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, explain.
Mr. Speaker, do you know what we want? It's not that we don't want the bills to be accepted, though. We want it on record that the bills. So we can just call for a vote. We are here. We will vote.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know what Honorable Forsen is talking about. Is it all the bills? Please clarify for me. Just one recommendation.
You see, some of them, the recommendations, all the bills that the recommendations were accepted, we are here. We can vote on them. And the ones that we are having problems with, even with the recommendations, we can vote on those ones too.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Honorable Forsen. So there are means of communication, like in the world everywhere. You can't tell me WhatsApp platform is not official. You can't tell me that. In fact, we have the past speaker here. If you need clarifications, I think you can see him behind closed doors, and then he would speak to you with regards to that. This thing has been done previously. It has occurred before. There is a precedence there. Mr. Speaker, how can we be in a pitch? We brought recommendation, vote on it. You did not vote. Someone voted. The thing has been accepted. You can't tell me statistical significance here. What do you mean? Where in the standing orders or the SRC consider talk about statistical significance here? I don't understand what you are trying to say. Bringing statistical significance here. Should you go and calculate the Z-score or what? There is no significant values in relation to this. You saw, you didn't vote. Either you accept or not. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So I rightly agree with you that the recommendations have been accepted. Thank you.
I think in this instance, Honorable Obobi is right. That page was specifically stated for official parliamentary issues. It is true. My challenge is that whilst only 3 people voted, in as much as it was only 3 people, the recommendations have more or less been accepted, if we are to go strictly by protocol. The correction I want to state here was that he said the acceptance of the recommendation translates into the acceptance or the passage of the bills. That is where my challenge is, and it appears, Mr. Speaker, you've been silent on that part, as he has also been. If the recommendations have been approved, we are yet to have our parliament dissolved. So we also have the right to vote on it so that the finalization can be done. And today is our last sitting. So I am putting a motion before this House that we vote on that bill and then we finalize on that so that we would leave no stone unturned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've been standing for a while. Pursuant to the corrections or the issues raised by my honorable brother, 15th Src. I remember that this house made a committee that was supposed to work on a petition to bring back Student Week celebration and other options. After we worked on the petition, of which you were a member, my able caucus head was the chairperson of that committee, we saw the SRC released a statement or a letter about the approval or the response from council. But as at now, I don't think this house will be presented with any documents about the petition or how far the petition is going. And then with your report or address, I also didn't hear you saying anything about that petition or the response from council. And also I would like to second the motion moved by my honorable brother BBY that we vote on the bills or the recommendations that are left for us to work on. Thank you.
We've had a vote already. You are also moving for a motion for us to vote. What do you mean by that? It's like on that day, inauguration of parliament, on our time, like during our time, we've decided on something. Let's say the deputy speaker elections. We voted, selected the deputy speaker. He said no. Some people didn't vote. So we are moving a motion for us to vote again. Do you think you can do that in parliament here? No. Please, you were given the opportunity to vote. You didn't vote. Someone voted. It has been accepted. You said you are moving a motion for us to vote. And I don't want you to open the standing orders. Check inside the standing orders and know when to move motions. Please. Please. You can't move a motion in relation to this for us to vote against. For us, we've voted already. No. That one is up to the speaker. Exactly. So this motion does not hold in relation to this. No place on our order paper are we talking about a bill. This is AOCB. No part. It is not an official business. So it is up to the speaker to decide whether we are voting on this bill or not. You can't move for a motion for us to vote on that. That is never possible. We are not discussing bills here. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the House, I don't know why the Deputy Speaker is trying to behave this way, because his whole submission is on the basis that it was kept on the platform and then some honorable members decided not to vote. And then he even made some statements here. I think we are all colleague honorable members and must be respected. He stated that they should go and calculate for their score or something else. What kind of statement is this? The only recognized mode of voting, as stated in the standing order, is in Part 10. Part 10. So if you put something on a platform, and me, myself, I didn't vote because it is not recognized. It is not in the standing orders. I don't know what the voting was about. And I think same as my general secretary. So the only recognized way of voting is in Part 10 of the standing orders. And then maybe let me read. Part 10. Clause 40, Part 10 order 42, clause 3. That's what talks about voting. So please, okay, and it states. Yes, all of us have studied on this. So what you are talking about, that it was kept on the platform for us to vote, we don't recognize that. So if an honorable member is moving that, maybe there should be a re-voting on that, the one that is being recognized by the House, so that we vote on it to be accepted or maybe to be rejected, then we should do so, rather than we debating this whole thing for about hours. Thank you.
Speaker, I actually didn't want to use this word, but let me use it. So, Speaker, someone talked about statistical significance. That is why I brought in Z-score and the rest. Confidence interval and the rest. Like, we are talking about statistics here. So if you want us to use that, we'll use that. I have a right to say that. Because that's how we assess statistical significance of projects, evaluations, and things. That's what I know, to the best of my knowledge. Now, from the voting procedure you mentioned, please, let me read it for you. Okay, so, order 42, voting. Speaker, please give me the time. I'm coming to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just for this thing's sake. So, 1, the speaker shall have neither an original nor casting votes. In cases where votes are equally divided, the motion shall be lost. Exactly. The deputy speaker or any member presiding shall not retain their original votes while presiding. When the question has been put by the speaker at the conclusion of a debate, votes shall be taken by voice. 1, aye and nay, unless the speaker by discretion call for a head count. Mr. Speaker, I don't want to proceed. Do you understand what head count means in this standing orders? And 2, with your own understanding, if you say it's ambiguous, it is up to the speaker to explain that to his own discretion. So please listen to me. Voting yes or no on our WhatsApp platform is equivalent to a head count. And I am telling you this if you do not know. Now, let me continue. A member may call for a head count if the decision, the speaker on the voice votes. You don't know, Mr. Speaker, we are not in the Stone Ages. We are in quote, someone will say digitalized era. We are not on the Stone Ages, Mr. Speaker. So you can't tell me that we should come and sit down every time and do things. We are not in the Stone era, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we are not in 1872. Mr. Speaker, we are in 2024. And this has been recognized formally on the page. So if you don't understand something, if it is not in the standing orders, that is when the speaker must consult. But if it's the standing orders and you are saying it is wrong, the speaker, if it's the standing order, the speaker has the right. Let me quote that one for you again. The speaker has the right to do that. Explain that. I am not emotional. I am not emotional. I am just agitated. I am not emotional. Please. I am setting the record straight. I am not emotional. I am not. Please. So, if you don't understand anything or your understanding of it is wrong, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Wilkinson just did something inappropriate, vacating the premises without permission, not bowing to the mace. What are we teaching the honorable members coming in? That is very, very inappropriate. But let me let that slide. Mr. Speaker, so that is it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You see, initially I was in agreement with what Honorable Obobi was saying, but he seems not to be getting the point. I stated that that particular page was created and it was stated that it was for official parliamentary issues. So there can be a translation of what we are saying. Agreed. However, if we are to relate that to the standing orders, it means that whatever polls was conducted over there first can be related to by voice proclamation, because if you are saying that one is equivalent to a head count, then where is that of the voice acclamation? Because we should have done that before. I hope you understand me, just to correct you on that aspect. Now let's end the argument of even revoting. That poll that was conducted was for acceptance of the recommendation. Do you get me? And even for that, people like Honorable Bay was not even having a phone. So it means he was disenfranchised. And Honorable Wilkinson, no, he was disenfranchised. So you are trying to tell me that, no, Honorable Obobi, you are trying to tell me that if he is informed of a sitting, he will intentionally not come. That's what you are saying. But let's put that one aside, Mr. Speaker. What we want to state emphatically is that the recommendations have been accepted per the WhatsApp, whatever has been conducted on the WhatsApp page. Agreed. Now, the next stage is for voting to be done. Honorable Obobi said that it is to the discretion of the speaker and it's supposed to be at AOCB. Fine, we agree. Yes, you did. You said it shouldn't be at, it should have been earlier. When should it have been? So this is what we are stating, Mr. Speaker. That's why I moved a motion. I moved a motion that we vote. No, we vote for passage of the bill, not for acceptance. Honorable Obobi, Mr. Speaker, please. I want you to understand this from my standpoint. Mr. Speaker, you agree with me that after the recommendations have been accepted, the next stage is for us to move forward, voting on the bill, right? That's what we are supposed to do next. Now, today is dissolution of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, today is dissolution of Parliament. So please, I want to know, before I move on, the motion I moved, does it hold per your interpretation? Yes or no, please? I'm not done. Okay, so Mr. Speaker, then I've been corrected. So I agree with you. Now, I want to ask a simple question. Before the eyes of every student here in KNUST, we have accepted the recommendation of that particular bill. You know the next stage we are supposed to move to is passage of the bill. Mr. Speaker, today is our last day. And you being our leader, having to make sure that we leave no stone unturned, we are pleading with you that we have the voting on the bill today, because if it is not done, Mr. Speaker, the interpretation will be that in a particular way you are trying to influence that particular bill as to its passage or its rejection. What we want is that, fine, we agree with Honorable Obobi that it has been accepted. We want to vote on it so that we finalize it. So please, per the standing orders, kindly find a particular place in the order paper and fix it so that we can vote, and then we end things. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me sit down.
A point of order.
We are seeing today, particularly on the part of the level of disorderliness we are seeing today, particularly on the part of Honorable Obobi, is too high today. Order 12 clause 1 talks about freedom of speech. He is doing a lot of things to subvert some of us, our freedom of speech. And I would like to plead with him that if he cannot maintain his composure, some of us would have to move for a motion for him to be worked out so that he can go and then control his emotions before he come here. Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. And first of all, I raised point of order before you called Honorable BBY. I should have been called first. So, he didn't mention an order. So I'm moving on to my order. Order number 31D states that, under the motion, a motion that a member be no longer heard. Do you want to fight with me? No, I'm coming. No, we have to work on the bill. A motion that a member should no longer be heard. On this occasion, I'm moving a motion that, Mr. Speaker, until you make a recommendation on whether we are voting on the bill or not, we shouldn't hear Dr. BBY and Honorable Baby again. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
In fact, after this, I'll second the motion. Yes, I'll second it myself. Mr. Speaker, you've made a suggestion. Mr. Speaker, he made a point that I want to clarify that. The fact that we accepted the recommendation, the fact that we accepted doesn't mean we should approve. There is continuity in government. Now we have a parliament incoming. Listen to me. Don't interrupt me. You said the same thing when you were speaking, please. So listen to me. The fact that we have worked on the bill, we started working on it, doesn't mean we should finalize it. No, it doesn't happen anywhere. In fact, at the national stage, some bills can be worked on. Recommendations will come. Because of continuity 6, the next parliament will work on it. It is still parliament. The only difference is 15, 16, 13, 12. It is still the SRC parliament. So, Mr. Speaker, the suggestion you are giving, yes, it's a suggestion. It makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. Now, we should move from the recommendation to approval of the bill. Now, if the Speaker tells us that, no, there's another Speaker incoming, there's another parliament, so let's leave it to them to work on. That one also holds. So, Mr. Speaker, oh, no, do that. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm also suggesting that we don't have time for this. Inauguration is coming. So please, I'm pleading with you. We are not here to work on bills, Mr. Speaker. We don't have time to do that. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm also suggesting that, Mr. Speaker, you leave it to the next parliament incoming. And Mr. Speaker, I duly second the motion moved by Honorable Musa Abu Damba of the IDO constituency. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable. I, Honourable Fenyi Kwaku-Forsen, the Member of Parliament for the Campus constituency, moves for a vote on the final year levy, passage of the final year levy. Something. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable.
I, Honorable Enam Aite Gifty, from the Jesa constituency, seconds the motion moved by Honorable Fenyi Forsen from the non-residential caucus.
So based on the recommendation, honorable members, all those who are in support that the final year budget support fund will be accepted based
say aye. Based on the recommendation, all those who are elected by the SRC project support fund be accepted. Agree that the recommendations of the final not be accepted, say the nays have it.
Perfect.
So the recommendations. Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker, please, this is actually a point of correction. The bill, the recommendations were accepted. We agreed on that. So what we voted on was either the bill be passed or be thrown out. That is what we voted on. So if we agree in the first place that the recommendations were accepted, we don't vote on recommendations again because we have accepted it. So we just vote whether we are throwing it out or we are keeping it. And from what we voted, we are throwing it out. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
All right.
Deputy Koko said. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I am Honorable Ransford Atokwa Mineskin, representing the good people of Kanasa. Mr. Speaker, I want to take us back for a short time. During our long vacation, to state it emphatically, I am on the Residence and Welfare Committee, together with my committee head, Honorable Ansanka, together with BBY. We are all on that particular committee. And then when the bills, the package, the bills and then the insurance policy bill was presented before us, we took recommendations from the House and then the committee. The committee presented recommendations before the House that these are the recommendations. They agreed on the recommendations. We fixed the recommendations inside the bill and then we brought it back to the House. It was still rejected. That is the point. So even if there are recommendations and then we fix the recommendations back into the bill, still it can be rejected or it can be accepted. Thank you very much.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I begin my presentation, I'm not here to antagonize anyone. Now, this is an advice to the 16th, incoming 16th House, particularly with the Hall Caucus. It was so disheartening that this year, the Hall Caucus did not have any budget allocation from this year's SRC budget. And on behalf of the 15th Parliamentary Council, particularly with the Hall Caucus, we want to express our displeasure from the SRC, because when you look at the pivotal role the Hall Caucus has played ensuring the restoration and the whole week celebration, Student Week celebration, the SRC has failed to acknowledge the effort of the 15th Parliamentary Council together with the 15th Hall Caucus. So now to the 16th, incoming 16th Hall Caucus. Now you are in the know. So I believe you can implement strategies and systems to ensure that this occurrence wouldn't happen in the near future. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I believe leadership is best served when it's being accountable to the people. This is a house of records, and although this house is yet to be dissoluted, we need eminent and pertinent issues to be captured in our records. A while ago, I spoke about the fact that we haven't heard anything about the Student Week celebration document, nothing for this parliament. Yet, you haven't addressed the issue. We still want to know what is the stand, what documents actually says that indeed we've addressed, the student parliament wrote a petition to the University Council, and this is our response. So please, Mr. Speaker, do well to give us a response on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The first thing I would want to talk about is our allowance. It is stated in our standing orders. Order 13, clause 1. It talks about our allowance. Mr. Speaker, it's on live. I want you to give us a timeline when we should expect our allowances. Secondly, I don't know if this is the right time, but then I also rise to seek clarification. Like my colleague honorable member stated, this is a house of records. All honorable members here would attest to the fact that BBY, Honorable BBY did state of HESA address. I did mine, and all other college presidents. An address is something that gives accountability, transparency, and it also talks about how you have impacted the lives of our students. This parliament didn't have or didn't observe anything as a last state of SRC address. It should be put on record that this house didn't have or we never hosted Madam President in this house, and it should be put on record that in the history of KNUST, there was a time that we had someone who served the general student body and didn't want to come, or probably didn't tell the students how our funds have been used, how he served our people. It should be put on record. But then, like I said earlier, if there are clear or perfect justification to that, then we should do it. Because last Friday, I think Honorable Abu Damba made a suggestion that for precedent will be set. And then there's a house of records. So in case of that, maybe it should be done, even the state of SRC address should be done before the dissolution of the parliament. But then Speaker rightly disputed that fact. A speaker who should be a referee in this house, the one that should be moderating for honorable members, disputed that fact and told us clearly that it wouldn't come on. And then what we are observing today is that truly, this house would bow out very soon, and then we wouldn't observe what we call last state of SRC address. It should be kept on record, and if there are justifications to that, we are ready to hear it. Thank you.
Why is it that whenever it gets to my turn, you time me? Mr. Speaker, sometimes it's unfair. Even today is the last day. Why? Mr. Speaker, if what I am saying is not of significance to the student body, and even if it exceeds time, it's still significant. Sometimes the Order 12 Clause 1 on freedom of speech, you always, I beg you, today is the last day. As for today, please allow me. Mr. Speaker, I think for this one, I speak for all parliamentarians here and all student leaders, you inclusive. When you listen to the music composer James Varick Ama, he says, "Nia wudime abedruni." When you listen to that song, "Mihu die menye mau wayeyi rensada adum rain." Mr. Speaker, for all of us, and me particularly, when I look at my humble beginnings from Fiapre to having the rare opportunity of becoming an Obrempong by virtue of attending Osei Senior High School, where I was taught to never despise my humble beginnings. Thus, Obi Nim Obrempong Ashasie, to wit, nobody knows the beginning of a great man. Through to coming to medical school and eventually rising through the ranks of student leadership to become the 7th college president for the Health Sciences Students Association. This, Mr. Speaker, is a testament of God's mercy. And I believe that the Bible says that, "So then, it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that sheweth mercy." Truly, this parliament has done the very best it can for students, and we are grateful to all students for giving us this opportunity. I thank all my HESA members, my executives, appointees, my mentors, my family, and all those who have been supporting me through to this level. Mr. Speaker, I would like to give a short advice to the 16th Parliamentary Council members. Incoming, sorry. Please, I am begging you. What you are coming to do is not for the cameras. What you are coming to do is not for branding or just settings. There are real issues. I stated this sometime, Mr. Speaker, and Mr. Speaker understands this because of where both of us are coming from. Day in, day out, there are students who cannot afford a 3-square meal. There are truly students who cannot pay their school fees. See, I am pleading with you. In your own small way, help. Let us not look at the personal benefits, but how we can change. You can change someone's life, and in the near future, it will change thousands of people's lives. This may seem like a rhetoric or a normal thing we say over and over, but I am pleading with you. Let us listen to our conscience and work towards making students' lives better. Okay, and at the end of the day, I know things will go well. Mr. Speaker, lastly, I want to thank you and appreciate you for tolerating me and for letting us have a very good friendship. I mean, even beyond this parliament. Truly, it has been an honor, and in the near future, I look forward to working with you on several things. Thank you so much, and God bless you for the good work you have done for us.
Much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. If Speaker is biased, you should understand. At least all of us should understand. It makes sense. It is it is his preference. Okay, yes. Mr. Speaker, I would like to also say that it is not only Honorable Bernard Busuma who is from humble beginnings. I remember 24th August 2018, Akuto Richard Obobi, I took a car from Akusumbu to KNUST for the very first time. In fact, when I go here, I nearly got lost. But by the grace of God, I've been here for 6 good years, Mr. Speaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mr. Speaker, in my first year, there was something, demo. Second year, COVID-19. I don't want to say what was in third year, Speaker, my bread. But by the grace of God, there's this song I would like to narrate or sing. Your grace and mercies has brought me thus far. You never made a promise that the journey would be easy. Oh, help me. Your grace and mercies has brought me this far. Mr. Speaker, I wrote my final exams on 23rd of August of this year. Mr. Speaker, very soon, if you mention my name and you don't add doctor to it, I might sue you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, that should stay down. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Oh, come on.
We are saying that Obobi.
Yes. No, I have a lot of...
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much for marrying your own brother for me to speak. Okay. I don't know. Is it? It's not working. The microphone is not. Is it working? Okay. It's not. This one is also not working. Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Okay, hello. Okay, so because the 16th Src consists of all of us, we are all part of the Src, the Parliamentary Council, the Judicial Council, and also the Executive Council. So even though we've all had our up and downs, together we have done what we could. And to the incoming house, when you come, try and continue what we also did. But there's actually one thing that I would also want to address. I saw that Voice of KNUST and some other media houses made a post. And I read the comments under it. And I saw that our own Marshal had the guts, sorry to use this word, had the guts to go under that post and make a comment. And the comment he made is that at WhatsApp Tech, learn to post the right thing instead of unnecessary things. Some competent, honorable members did not attend the sitting as a result, which we did not reach a quorum. This caused the cancellation of the SOSA. It is possible that there is truth on it. And if you check Voice of KNUST, he said that 40 honorable members and even 15 did not attend. When you are addressing honorable members in this room, you address us officially. Regardless, we have our integrity to protect. So to go on a WhatsApp on a social media platform and say competent honorable members, I was here. We had members of parliament who were around. So what are you trying to infer? Are you trying to infer that some of us are incompetent? I would be very glad if you call him in front of this house and render an official apology to this house. This is our last sitting and you will not take this anymore. So I would want you to call your Marshal
and ask him to come and apologize in front of all of us. Yes, and it is bad. If this keeps on going on, people. This is a marshal of parliament. He's part of our parliament, and he's saying this about honorable members. How do you expect the ordinary KNUST students somewhere to say they would all insult us? Because if the marshal in the house is not respecting me, Mr. Speaker, please call your marshal to come and render an official apology, or else I'll walk out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me your favor. Mr. Speaker, we are dissolving our parliament today. And since we were sworn in parliament, up to now, we've not received single allowance. I've realized that our allowance lady is not here, so I have to rise up and fight for allowances on our behalf. Honorable Adele. So, Mr. Speaker, how far with our allowances? And we are insisting that, honorable member, we've worked on several bills, as you mentioned, very, very important ones, and we have not been receiving our allowances. That is not fair, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, secondly, on behalf of the IEC constituency, there was a bill that was passed on 20th August 2022 by the 13th Parliament of this House. We said that SRC should give 10% of the dues ISA is paying to the SRC as a welfare fund. Mr. Speaker, I remember myself rise on the floor of Parliament some time ago to question the SRC Financial Secretary and the President on this matter. But unfortunately, it has not been, they have not been blessed with that money. They have not been given that money. Mr. Speaker, I'll encourage the next House to ensure that bills passed by this honorable House should not be taken for granted. Bills were passed into law, so that means it's binding on them to do that. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, I would like to request a special apology. Our right honorable former speaker is here. We have to give him a chance to address us. So please kindly, it's just a humble opinion. Thank you very much.
the Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Deputy Speaker, honorable members of the 15th House, the 16th House, my special greetings to you all. It is with much pleasure that I stand before you today. And this moment brings to me a lot of memories. And it also reminds me that time flies so fast. Because I remember just about 2 years ago, it seems very soon, but it's 2 years ago, I was brought to this house and then I was being inaugurated as the 14th Speaker of the KNUST SRC Parliament. And today, we have the 15th Speaker here to hand over to another 16th Speaker. Your Excellency, Kenona Francis, congratulations on winning your elections. And Right Honorable, please permit me to spoil your game. Incoming Speaker, congratulations. And please allow me to remind you that the task that lies ahead of you is a very big one. And it demands a lot of time. You need to invest a lot of time, a lot of thinking, a lot of wisdom, a lot of consultation. You need to invest all that you can to ensure that you run a successful baton. To our outgoing House, all I can say is that you've done your part. Congratulations on bringing your tenure to an almost successful end. And to the incoming House, I have some few words to share with you. It is not for a mere reason that you are here. At least you were able to convince over thousands of students for them to vote for you. And by that, you are here to represent them. Do not see this as a minute or a little opportunity. To you, this should be a stepping stone to greatness, because God did not place you here for a mere reason. God did not bring you here for you to come and end here. You need to pursue higher dreams. You need to be ambitious about what you will do next. And before I continue, I think I can see my senior brother, who was also part of our management team when we were running for the SRC elections, Master Alvin Otri. I'm excited to see you once again. He was one of the brains behind our victory when we were running for the SRC elections, and I will forever appreciate that, Master. Thank you very much. So please, incoming honorable members, there is a huge task that lies ahead of you. We came to do our part. The 15th House has come to do their part. You are the next people to come. And let me remind you, problems will never stop coming. Problems will never stop coming. And don't expect that you are coming to run a smooth baton. You are coming to wear nice attires, and then you are coming to wear kaftan, white shirt and tie, and then walk around KNUST nicely. You have entered a very dangerous game. You may have your reputation being stained at the end. You may go out with a better reputation. It all depends on what you do now. And whatever that you do, wherever you do it, people are watching you, people watch you. So you have to be reminded of not washing your dirty rags outside. Be very mindful of whatever actions or decisions you take, because in the near future, people may refer you to your current decisions or actions. I don't have much to say. I think these are very few that I can share with you for now. If in the near future, if any of you would want to seek my assistance or consultancy, I'll be very available and I'll be very willing to help or assist you make the right decisions for yourself and for the students of KNUST. So once again, to the 15th House, congratulations. You have done really well. And to the incoming House, I wish you all the best. May God be your guidance and your strength. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr.
Good evening to everybody. Good evening to everybody. All right, so today I'm back here with so much pride and so much plight for the fact that in recognition by Chris, he talks about the fact that there has been an active indulgence when it comes to leadership upbringing. Frank might not have been the first person. I remember the likes of Kelvin Sarr, Philemon La, even past presidents that had been active in their campaign seasons. I didn't do those political activities for the fact that I had an imbibed interest as an individual. But the ultimate was for the fact that Ghana will have excessive leadership when it comes to control, development, and in the end, having to establish a country for ourselves. This parliament will not close, and next tomorrow, I'm not seeing any of you in Ghana's parliament. The kind of brains that are here be motivated not only with the intrinsic fact of partisan politics, but remember the core values, that if equity and equality has defined who you are today, and students have bent on your leadership powers and prowess, let Ghana have a beneficial effect when you step out there. In September 2024, the set day of 25th, by grace, I know I'm going to be the next president national. But then, my identical trait will be the fact that I'm a student of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, yet to graduate my second degree and Masters of Marketing Business Administration after having a first degree that closed in 2017. The degree does not come with the pride of only academia, but I'm proud and I'm happy to be a King University member, not only in the fraternity of politics, but rather in student leadership. Thank you very much. God bless you. And I appreciate your instincts as well. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Members. We have come to the end of our journey as okay, so one of members, where's the machine? I think it's this way. This time is fasting. This time is fasting. Time is fasting. Moral members. Time is fasting. I can see the machine. What's here? It's called a machine. There's no time. We have yes. One of us said you wait for him, so we are waiting for him. Nobody's waiting. Please, the time. We have come to the end. We have come to the end of our journey as parliamentarians. As I said in my speech, I am very much pleased to be the speaker of the 15th Src Parliamentary Council, the most renowned house since the inception of the council here in Kenya. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you so
Mr. Speaker, I want to adjourn the sitting to you. Won't call me.
Apologize for the tweet I made on Twitter. I posted that because what happened here, I was not in agreement with that. And what he posted there, too, I was not in agreement with that. That's why I posted that. But if you find a problem with it, sorry.
I would like to acknowledge the presence of our SRC Vice President-elect, His Excellency. Thank you very much for coming to the station. Honourable members, I think before we dissolve this house, I think I want to take a picture in the whole house. Although I don't have the camera, but I will manage. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm honored to work with you. I need a motion for the donation of this house. Yes, Honorable Samati, a motion. Please make a motion, please. We are not to make us a motion.
Mr. Speaker.
Motion for the donation of the house. Yes.
A motion for.
The donation of the house. The motion for the donation of the house. Please, we have no time, so let's think about it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, before I move my motion, I want to use this opportunity to commend you, Mr. Speaker, for your efforts being put place in making the 15th House a successful one. And on this note too, I would like to take this moment to extend my congratulations. Congratulations. So I want to use this opportunity to extend my congratulations to the 16th House for their esteemed presence here. It is indeed a great honor for the stand before you as a student leader. Mr. Speaker, and my humble, Mr. Speaker, my humble advice to this esteemed member and leaders of the 16th House is that every decision that is made should be carefully considered, taking into account the potential impact of the students. It is a crucial to evaluate each. It is crucial. It is crucial to evaluate every decision that you make, because you should know, and then you shouldn't forget that whatever decision that you are going to make, it's going to have impact and an effect on the good interest of people of the KNUSTs. And then, Mr. Speaker, before I'll move for the motion, I want you to give us 10 minutes. Then, Mr. Speaker, I can't move a motion.
Simple. 10 minutes.
So before I make a comment, he didn't move a motion because he forgot.
Mr. Speaker, I can move a motion.
Yes, my brother.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. You gave me a favor and I'm returning it. So I, Honorable Dusabu Musa Damba, President for the Distant Learner Student Association, move for the dissolution of the 15th House for the 15th SRC Parliamentary Council. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Aye. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I, Honorable Kojo Ewusi, the MP for New Site, Eminent hereby second Honorable Abu Damba for the dissolution of this.
Thank you, honorable members. Thank you. Thank you. Honorable members, thank you. Thank you. The motion has been duly seconded. Honorable members. Honorable members, please, honorable members, please, honorable members. Yes, honorable will see. Please come again.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I come again. I, Honorable Kojo Ewusi, the MP for New Site, Emina Boedi, hereby second the motion moved by Honorable Abu Damba. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Kojo Ewusi, for seconding the motion for the dissolution of this House. Honorable members, I am honored as the 15th Speaker of the KNUST SRC Parliamentary Council to dissolve this 15th Parliament. Honorable members,
The House has been duly dissolved.
Oh. Hey, Frederick, the speaker we never had.
Please, all members, you are reminded to come to the dinner on time. Thank you very much. It's almost 6. Please, we are closing at 10.
A luta continua. Okay. Victory.